أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. So welcome to our chemistry class for today. Our topic for today is concepts of atoms, molecule and ions. Atoms, molecules and ions. So my dear students, so àti ń wọnú àwọn certain techniques dáadáa nínú chemistry. So kí a gbìyànjú kí a máa fi ọkàn bá wa lọ bí lesson náà ṣe ń lọ díẹ̀díẹ̀. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to define atom, molecule and ion. You must be able to differentiate between atom and a molecule. You must be able to explain how ions are formed. Likewise, you must be able to define atomicity and classify molecules based on their atomicity. And you must be able to give example of atom, molecule, and ion. Now, listen. Atom. So, kí ni tá à ń pè ní atom? An atom is the smallest particle of a chemical element that can take part in a chemical reaction. So tí o bá gbàgbé a ti ṣe element síwájú, a sọ pé element náà is the smallest particle of substance. So substance kan tó ṣe pé òun ló kéré jù. Wọ́n ní tá à ń pè ní atom. An atom is the smallest particle of a chemical element, which means atom is present in elements. Bí element bá ṣe ló kéré tó, atom ṣe kí ni o, atom wà nínú rẹ̀. So, and this atom gangan take part in a chemical reaction. The word atom comes from the Greek word known as atomos. So, atomos. So, we are putting atoms, which means indivisible. Although we know atom can be broken down. So atom gangan òun náà ti wá ṣe é pín. So we can break atom into proton, neutron and electron. Now in chemistry now, when we say atom, láì ní wulẹ̀ dára wa láàmú, the symbol of element eléyìí tá a ti ní ká lọ mọ̀ níjọ́sí, so it's used to represent the atom of the element. So whenever you see the symbol of element, so they are referring to the atom of that element. So if they ask you now, the atom of chlorine, so it's Cl. Example of atom. So we have a single particle atom of sodium. So sodium means Na. So that is one atom of sodium. Hydrogen, H. So that is atom of hydrogen. Carbon, C, that is atom of carbon, and so on. So as in atom, eléyìí tó ṣe pé ó máa ń jẹyọ kan lọ ló bá ṣe appear nínú compound. So let us look at the example number 2 there. So they say H2O, which is water. So see H2O, it contains 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. So which means 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. So now it contains water. So we put an atom means it's here. So the symbol of element is used to represent the atom. Iye tó bá wá rí níbẹ̀ náà ni iye atoms tí ó sì kíni o tó wà ní ibẹ̀. So number tó sì máa rí yìí yóò jẹ́ àwọn number kékeré tí wọ́n kọ sísàlẹ̀, the subscript number. So náà ni a fi máa mọ iye atom eléyìí tí a ní. Now constituents of atom now. Atoms are made up of subatomic particles such as proton, neutron and electron. So àwọn nǹkan mẹ́ta yìí ohun tí ó wà nínú atom. Wọ́n say proton. So proton is positively charged ion. So positively charged. Neutron is neutral, while electron is negative. That is why the number say atom is also a neutral. Torí pé proton and electron, positive and negative. So méjèèjì máa neutralize sí ara wọn. So the diagram we are seeing there is used to represent the atom of elements. So it's used to represent the atom. Àwọn red tó wà nínú yẹn, so yẹn là ń pè ní nucleus. And inside this nucleus, ibẹ̀ ni proton àti neutron ibẹ̀ ni wọ́n wà. Àwọn blue tó wà lára circle tó wà yíká kínní yẹn là ń pè ní electron. That is how electron differ from the shell. So sharp yẹn gangan là ń pè ní shell or orbit. So we may call it shell or orbit. So lára shell àbí orbit yìí ibẹ̀ ni àwọn electron wà tó ṣe kí ni o tó differ from the atom. Atom is electrically neutral because the number of proton is equal to the number of electrons. So lára tó gbọ́dọ̀ lọ take nìyẹn. So the number of capital elements, you can say this element is neutral. For the neutral element, the number of proton must equal to the number of electron. Iye proton tá a bá rí òun ni iye electron tí ó wà ní ibẹ̀. And the number of proton, náà bó ṣe wá mọ̀ the number of proton tó bá ní, the number of proton is equal to the atomic number. So that is why I said I gave you the first assignment I gave to you that the first 20 elements o gbọ́dọ̀ lọ mọ̀ off hand. So tó ti mọ̀ dáadáa. So when they ask you now, kí ni atomic number sodium? Láì ní wòkè wọlé sodium 11. So which means sodium has 11 proton. And for the neutral sodium now must have 11 electrons. So we are still come to that. So when reach there. Now the next one here is molecule. What is a molecule? A molecule is the smallest particle of a substance. That substance may be element or compound that can partake in a chemical reaction. So that can partake in a chemical reaction and still retain or remain lonely. So yìí là ń pè ní molecule. So to exist on its own and still retain the chemical property of that substance. So a molecule is the smallest particle of a substance that can normally exist on its own. So tó lè dá dúró fún alára rẹ̀ láì jẹ́ pé bóyá ó fara ti nǹkan kan. So là ń pè ní molecule. And the molecule can be divided into two. So we have molecule of an element and we have molecule of compound. So when we say molecule of element now, òun náà ní kí element kan dá dúró. So bó òun náà ṣe lè dá dúró. So bó ṣe dá dúró yẹn là ń pè ní molecule of elements. And these are formed when atoms of the same element join together. So nígbà tí atom of sọ pé o àti join together. Example is hydrogen gas. So H plus H with H2. So H2 tàbí níbẹ̀ yẹn náà sẹ́yìn báyìí. So two atoms hydrogen yẹn, I will call it one molecule of hydrogen. So one molecule of hydrogen. Oxygen O2. So O2. So bó ṣe jẹ́ O2 yẹn náà sẹ́yìn, that is one molecule of oxygen that contain two atoms of oxygen and so on. What is the molecule of a compound? Òun náà nígbà tí two elements, two or more elements even join together. So tí o kì í ṣe irú element kan náà tí a form a compound. So compound to form yẹn we call it the molecule of compound. So example is H2O. Like with different elements ló wà níbẹ̀ yẹn. So which means H2O now, that is one molecule of water. So the one molecule of water now contain two atoms of oxygen, two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. So differences between atom and molecule. An atom is the smallest particle of elements, while a molecule is the smallest particle of a substances. So you can get the element, so you can get the substance. The next one is atomicity. When we say atomicity, atomicity is defined as the number of atoms present in one molecule of an element. So number of atoms tó present in the molecule of an element là ń pè ní atomicity. So fún bí àpẹẹrẹ bá a ṣe mú wálẹ̀ kan ní ìsìn H2. So H2 ní ìsìn contain 2 atoms of hydrogen. So which means atomicity rẹ̀ níbẹ̀ yẹn ní ìsìn is 2. So atomicity, the number of atoms present in one molecule of an element. So molecule of an element, the large atomicity, not molecule of a compound. So just take note of that one. Back now. So look at the table here now. So àwọn tí ó bá sọ pé ó dá dúró tó sọ pé o nìkan ló lè dá dúró, we should call that one monoatomic. Example, òun ní bí àwọn sodium, calcium, potassium, magnesium. So they are monoatomic elements. Àwọn tó bá sọ pé nígbà tí wọ́n dá dúró, so ó ní 2, àwọn là ń pè ní diatomic. So diatomic. Example, hydrogen gas, oxygen gas, nitrogen gas, chlorine gas, fluorine gas, and so on. So try atomicity. And also pé ǹjẹ́ bí H3. Sorry, ǹjẹ́ ní 3 tí ó ń gbà tó sọ kí ni o tí àwọn dúró. Àpẹẹrẹ rẹ̀ náà ní ozone O3. So O3, so there àwọn yà ń pè ní triatomicity. So tó bá ti ń ju orí mẹ́ta lọ, call it polyatomicity. So polyatomicity. So the last one here now is aeon. Aeon. So when we say aeon, what is aeon? An aeon is an atom or group of atoms that has lost or gained one or more electrons, and therefore has positive or negative electrical charge. So aeon, or you can still define it in a simple way. An aeon is an atom or group of atoms that possesses electrical charges. So lẹ́nu nígbà tí wọ́n bá ń kọ àwọn ẹ́límẹ́ǹtì rẹ sílẹ̀, àwọn atom elements rẹ sílẹ̀, wọ́n wá ń fi charges either positive or negative kò ń fi sí níwájú, so call it aeon at that time. So let's take for example now, Na+. You know Na is a sodium. Na is a sodium. But eléyìí tá a rí ní ìsìn to carry positive charge, so we call it sodium aeon. Hydrogen aeon, oxygen aeon, calcium aeon, chlorine aeon. So the process of forming an aeon is called ionization. So based on form aeon here, so we can put in ionization. So the type of aeon that we have, so there are 2 types of aeon. So we have positive aeon and we have negative aeon. So the positive aeon, is also called cations. Positive aeon is called cation, while negative aeon is called anion. So let's take one by one now. Cation. A cation is formed when a neutral atom loses one or more electrons. So tá à ń pè ní cation now, ó ní ìgbà tí atom tó bá lose electron, so it will become positive aeon. Tó túmọ̀ sí pé àwọn tá a rí positive lórí wọn lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn o, wọ́n ti lose electron nìyẹn. Tá a rí positive ẹyọkan lórí rẹ̀, ó lose kan nìyẹn. Tá a bá rí positive méjì, ó lose méjì. Tá a bá rí positive mẹ́ta 3 plus, a jẹ́ pé ó ti lose mẹ́ta nìyẹn. Since electrons are negative, losing them leave the atom with more proton than electron, resulting in a positive charge. So àwọn tí wọ́n máa ń form positive aeon yìí tí wọ́n máa ń lose electron, àwọn náà là ń pè ní metal. So lára property metal náà sì ni pé they can lose electron. So metal, so they normally lose electron. Example, sodium. So bá ti lose electron with Na+. So bá ti kọ Na+, ní sọ ti lose electron kan nìyẹn nínú 11 okùn 10. So àwọn property rẹ̀ so náà ni àwọn mẹ́ta náà lélẹ́yìí. And the next one is anion. Anion is formed when a neutral atom gain one or more electron. So nígbà tí atom tó bá gain electron, so n tí ó fọ́ọ̀mù ní negative ion. So àwọn tó ti fọ́ọ̀mù negative lẹ́ẹ̀kan ní ìsìn, a jẹ́ pé àwọn yẹn gain ní electron wọn ti pọ̀ ju bí wọ́n ṣe wà tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ bó ti pọ̀ jù. Remember we said for a neutral atom the number of proton must equal to the number of electron, and the number of proton is equal to the atomic number. So it's equal to the atomic number. Tá a bá ní chlorine ní ìsìn báyìí, atomic number of chlorine is 17. A jẹ́ pé the number of proton rẹ̀ yóò jẹ́ 17. The number of electron rẹ̀ yóò sì kíni yóò jẹ́ 17. So here now, wọ́n wá kọ Cl minus. So it means that the chlorine has gained one electron. So the atomic number, the electron for the chlorine ion now will be 18. Torí pé ó ti gain nìkan sí nítorí tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀. So kí element ó gain or kí atom ó gain electron, so ó máa form a negative ion, and that negative ion is also called anion. So here we are going to stop here for today. So before we go, just take out this question to check yourself. Maybe you get our discussion right, but you still need to watch again. Number 1, defend itself, molecule. Number 2, differentiate between a cation and an anion. Give one example of each. Number 3, what is the atomicity of ozone? Number 4, is a particle of helium an atom or a molecule? Explain your answer. Assignment. Draw a simple Lipid diagram of lithium atom which has 3 protons, 4 neutrons, and 3 electrons. Explain with the help of an equation how magnesium atom form magnesium ion. Hint: how many electrons does it loses? Number 3, list 3 diatomic elements and 2 monoatomic elements not mentioned in the class notes. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Meet you in the next class. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.